Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter here with the weather update. We're starting out with the very latest with now Hurricane Aaron as it continues to spin and move to the west in the Atlantic. It is a Category 1 hurricane with max wind at 75 miles per hour. It's moving to the west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. And that's the path that'll continue to take over the next 24 hours. Eventually, though, we will see the storm curve even more to the north. And while we're not expecting any direct impacts for the Caribbean or even for the eastern U.S., we will likely see some high surf along the eastern U.S. and even for parts of the Caribbean and the Bahamas over the next few days. So be mindful of that. If you had any vacation plans to the Bahamas or to the eastern United States, coastal eastern United States, again, you'll notice some high surf out there. On top of that, we are expecting the storm to continue strengthening, and it will likely become a Category 4 storm. That's a major hurricane as we head into the weekend and also as we continue into early next week. We're also tracking another disturbance that's right now across South Texas at this hour. It has a 0% chance of formation, but it still could bring some heavy rain to parts of Texas. So we'll be watching out for that as we head throughout the next 12 to 24 hours. But as of now, it looks like we will be staying mainly dry across our region. So as we look at the forecast for the weekend, it'll be hot and humid. We'll see temperatures in the upper 90s for Saturday and for Sunday. We'll be close to 100 degrees by Sunday, and we will stay hot as we head into next week. Now, when we look at Doppler radar, we are dealing with fairly quiet weather across most of the Arklamas. There are a few showers near southern portions of Concordia Parish right now, and also some wet weather across South Arkansas. But outside of that, we have less wet weather coverage today compared to what we've seen over the last couple of days. That's due in part to high pressure building into the region. As we head toward 10 p.m. tonight, we'll see temperatures down to about 80 degrees, so it will be warm and humid as we start the evening hours. And then eventually overnight, we'll be down into the mid-70s. That's where we'll begin tomorrow morning, but really no issues for us to start the day. And by the afternoon, maybe a couple of pop-up showers, but with high pressure and control, I think wet weather will be more limited. So if you have any outdoor plans or weekend plans, the weather overall should cooperate for you. It'll just be hot and humid, and we're expecting more of that heat as we head into Sunday. Sunday morning will start out in the mid-70s, whether you are in South Arkansas or in places like LaSalle or Catahoula parishes. And as we head into the afternoon, we're looking at temperatures back into the mid-90s at the very least, but I suspect we'll also see temperatures in the upper 90s. Here's a look at how much rain could accumulate from now into early next week. Not a whole lot. It all depends on where the wet weather develops, but some spots could pick up anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 inch of rain. But again, lower amounts of rain expected this weekend compared to what we've seen over the past couple of days. We are continuing with the heat. I mentioned temperatures near 100 degrees by Sunday. We have a heat advisory that goes through Saturday evening. It will likely be extended as we head into Sunday. And when we look at temperatures outside at the moment, we sit at 96 degrees here in Monroe, but it feels closer to 110 when you factor in the humidity. We also have rising pressure at the moment, that high pressure continuing to build into the region. When we look at temperatures across the rest of the Arklamas, a little bit cooler in El Dorado, where they've been dealing with some cloud cover and some wet weather. Also toward Ruston with a little more cloud cover, but everyone else well into the 90s. And when we look at the feels like numbers, we're looking at numbers above 110 degrees in spots. That's mainly for Tallulah and Vicksburg, but close to 110 degrees as we look toward Monroe. So as we summarize your forecast for this evening, we're going with the low of 75 degrees with a clear sky. Overall pleasant conditions as we head throughout the overnight. And tomorrow we'll see temperatures in the upper 90s. It'll be hot and humid, very limited rain chances for Saturday. And again, that'll continue into Sunday. We'll talk more about what's on the way for the weekend and next week tonight at 5 p.m. on KNOE. As always, you can stream us online or you can watch us on television, but we look forward to seeing you at 5 p.m. on KNOE. Make sure to tune in.